There's a quiet truth behind every real achievement. Nothing you build in the world appears out of nowhere. It appears twice, first in your mind, then in your life. George Lucas is often quoted saying, "Dreams are extremely important. You can't do it unless you imagine it." Today, I don't want to treat that as a motivational poster. I want to treat it like psychology. Because imagination is not fluff. It's a mental simulation system. Your brain rehearsing a future before it exists. And if your life feels stuck right now, this video is for you. Not to hype you up. To help you aim your mind so your next steps become clearer. Imagination is not the opposite of reality. It's the first draft of reality. When you imagine, your brain is doing something very specific. It's creating a map, a picture of what could be, so you can decide what to do. Without a map, you don't fail because you're weak. You fail because you're navigating blind. This is why dreams matter. A dream is not a guarantee. It's a direction. It tells your attention where to go. And attention is expensive. Your attention becomes your life. So the question is not, do I have a dream? The question is my dream clear enough to guide my next 24 hours? Here's a psychological distinction that changes everything. A fantasy is a feeling without a plan. A dream is a direction with a cost. Fantasy says, I want the result. Dream says, I accept the process. Fantasy avoids discomfort. Dream includes discomfort because it includes reality. So if you've been disappointed, it may not mean you're not meant for it. It may mean you were running on fantasy fuel. A dream becomes real when you add constraints, time, skill, money, energy, and risk. Not to kill the dream, but to make it executable. In real life, imagination becomes powerful when it becomes specific. Not, I want a better life, but I want a better morning. A better morning is buildable. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because their imagination gets attacked by identity. Not by facts, by meaning. Fact, I failed. Story, I'm a failure. Fact, they rejected me. Story, I'm not chosen. The story is the real poison because it becomes who you think you are. And when identity shrinks, imagination shrinks. You stop picturing possibility. You start picturing danger. So when you hear this quote, you can't do it unless you imagine it, understand the hidden layer. You can't imagine it if you don't feel safe imagining it. That's why your environment matters. Your inner voice matters. Your emotional regulation matters. Because imagination is fragile under shame. Some people hear imagine it and think it means just picture it and the universe will deliver it. That's not psychology. That's avoidance dressed as hope. Healthy visualization is not magic. It's alignment. It answers 3 questions. 1. What exactly do I want? 2. What will get in the way? 3. What will I do when it gets in the way? Because the real test is never the dream. The real test is the moment you feel resistance. So imagine the goal, yes, but also imagine the obstacle. Imagine the boring days, the slow progress, the doubt. Then imagine yourself staying. That's not negativity. That's competence. Here's the part most people miss. Imagination is a spark, but execution is a system. Dreams don't die from one big failure. They die from daily vagueness. So your job is to convert imagination into a next step you can repeat. Not heroic, not perfect, repeatable. A useful rule. If your next step is so big it requires motivation, it's too big. Make it small enough that it only requires honesty. Because motivation is unstable. Systems are stable. If you want the dream to survive real life, it needs a small container you can carry every day. When adversity hits, the mind tries to turn it into a verdict. It's over. I'm not meant for this. But psychologically, adversity is often data, feedback. If imagination is the blueprint, adversity is the stress test. Stress tests don't mean the building is impossible. They show you where it's weak. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this revealing about my approach? Maybe your timeline was unrealistic. Maybe your boundaries were too soft. Maybe your skills need upgrading. Maybe you were doing it alone. A mature dream doesn't demand a smooth road. A mature dream expects construction. Sometimes you can't imagine a new life, not because it's impossible, but because you've never seen it. This is why community matters. You borrow imagination before you build your own. A mentor shows you a map you didn't know existed. A friend holds your confidence when yours collapses. A healthy group normalizes struggles so you don't interpret it as shame. If imagination is the seed, relationships are the soil. Isolation makes the dream feel delusional. Connection makes it feel human. So, here's the honest meaning of the quote. You can't build what you refuse to picture, and you can't keep picturing it if shame keeps deleting the image. Dreams are extremely important, not because they make you special, but because they give your life a direction. Imagination is not the finish line. It's the start line. If you take one thing from this video, take this. Make your dream small enough to live today. One action that proves you're moving toward it. Because the world changes when your inner picture becomes a daily behavior.